Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we're going to be playing Hanzo, and we're going to be playing his auto attack build, so strap in, get ready to shoot some arrows really quick. This is a YouTube video though, so feel free to like, comment, and subscribe your heart out. This will be video number 3 in a 4-video series. We do 4 of these bad boys per week, so let's stop talking about that and talk about Sky Temple. The team comps today are going to be Hanzo, Thrall, Deckard, Arthas. Okay. Hanzo, Thrall, Deckard, Arthas, Orphea, and they are going to be playing against Anduin, Li Ming, Genji, Varian, and Junkrat. Gross. Anyway, so Hanzo is by and large an ability damage dealing hero. His auto attacks hurt really bad though, so what we're going to be doing instead is playing into doing damage with those auto attacks and clearing with a talent that I really just don't play with enough on this character that I think is really cool at level 4, I believe it is. We are going to struggle a little bit killing Varian, I'm going to be honest with you right now, because that parry is going to be a bitch and our auto attacks are still rather slow. But all that being said, characters like Ming and Anduin and even Genji to some extent should be pretty easy for us to kill if we can just get a decent number of auto attacks on them. Can't believe I missed him with that storm bow. Ooh, okay, we're just gonna hop over the wall. Genji really didn't go anywhere near where I thought he was going to, but he just keeps standing in the middle of all the damage and he's going to get chased down by the auto attack of destiny. So that's really fucking weird that that happened that way. But okay, I'm not going to pick up that. That's for you. You can have it. All right, now we need to leave. All right, everything's fine. Everything's totally wicked fine. Now, if you are not familiar with Hanzo's abilities, they're pretty easy, but our Q is called Stormbow. You are going to charge up an arrow that's going to deal 327 damage no matter how far the distance is, and then the range is going to be increased for as long as you hold down the button. So remember, no damage for holding it down, but more range. So if you need to hit somebody point blank with your Q, do it. You don't have to hold it down, just tap that bad boy and get into it. Our W is called Scatter Arrow. We're going to fire an arrow that's going to bounce off of terrain and is going to split into 5 arrows that travel extra distance, ricochet up to 4 additional times, and deal 103 damage to the first enemy hit. So basically, if you hit someone with the arrow itself, it's only going to deal 103 damage, which kind of sucks. But if you can bounce the arrow into a wall and then hit someone with all 5 of the scattered arrows, you're going to be doing 5 times the amount of damage, and it's going to be stupid and gross, and that's going to just kill a lot of people. It's really, really strong, and it's typically the way that you want to play Hanzo, because it's the more reliable, well, maybe not reliable, but it's the most effective way to get damage from the character. Your E is called Sonic Arrow. It's going to shoot an arrow that's going to give a vision in a very large area for 5 seconds, and it has a huge range. The range is absolutely obnoxious on this ability, so you can see people coming from a long way away. And then if it hits a hero, it will reveal them, and they will hold on to the Sonic Arrow while they walk around. So it's pretty good if you can hit somebody with it, but you're not ever actually aiming this at heroes unless you're trying to get that, you know, tip of the iceberg, really need to kill somebody and this is the only ability that you have left. You're going to be using it mainly in bushes and chokes and stuff like that to make sure that the enemy team isn't all up on your buns while you're taking an objective. Oh my god, it's Varian. Varian is going to do a lot of damage to us, and those parries do hurt, so that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But our trait on Hanzo is called Natural Agility. It's a 30-second cooldown, but it's going to allow Hanzo to jump over terrain. And there is an actual radius on this ability too. So you can't jump over entire huge chunks of houses and walls and terrains and shit. You do have to still be within a circle that they've defined for the character, which is a little bit, you know, kind of lame, but at the same time, it is better than not having an escape on the character, because that being said, Hanzo is very squishy, and if he can't get out of trouble with his D, okay, we're dying in the top lane. If he can't get out of trouble with his D, then he's pretty much fucked. So Just remember that our health bar is super tiny. Got to make sure that you're using your natural agility at the best moment possible and doing the best you can with it. So we're dying a little bit on top. We do have mostly the building advantage here from the temple phases. It looks like the enemy team lost a little bit more than we did in the middle lane than we did in the top lane. So now we can just sit here. We're going to keep soaking. Hanzo very, 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 very good at double soaking. Even with the talent that we've taken. Ouch. Look at how much damage he did to me while taking very little. He's not going to take any because he's got that globe and he's full health. I have to stay so far away from him because he will kill me, and we're going to let the minions push up to the tower because that's the safe way to do it. Now, what you're seeing is me killing minions with one shot. That's a talent that we're picking up with the auto attack build specifically because our auto attack speed is going to be buffed by our first talent, the Redemption. Every 2 basic attacks against the same hero within 10 seconds are going to give you a stack of Redemption, stacking up to 12. Dying is going to lose you 3 stacks, which kind of sucks, but I guess that's balancing at its finest. At 12 Redemption stacks, we're going to get 50% attack speed. And on Hanzo, that is extremely good because, like I said earlier, his attacks are going to hit really hard, but they're very, very slow. And then once we have this 50% attack speed, we can absolutely slap people. And minions, if you can believe that. Get away from me. I don't want to be anywhere near that Varian. Thank you for eating the trap, Orphea. And now we can watch those minions run it down on that mid fort, doing even more damage, bringing it even closer to death while the objective comes up. You can see in the bottom left corner on Hanzo's nameplate the actual cooldown for his auto attacks. So it's pretty helpful sometimes if you're trying to get the hang of the rhythm of the autos, but that's all it really does. It doesn't really show you anything other than that. Now, our level 4 talent is called Ignore All Distractions. This is the wave clear talent I was talking about. So, Hanzo, ooh, is he? Nope. Nope, unfortunate. Super unfortunate. Varian is now in the back line. I've been rooted. I've got to jump over this wall to safety. Ooh, just managing barely to do it. That root almost killed us to the Varian. I don't have my ult now. I've got to stay really far away from him, so we're just trying to poke from a safe distance. We're going to pick up that potion, and the Earthquake is down as well. Can Orphea? No, no, doesn't look like it. Looks like Varian's going to walk away. Varian is not going to walk away, but we are going to lose our Arthas as well, and we might be in for some extra damage. A lot of poking coming out from the Ming and the Junkrat. They think that they can get those resets, but I beg to differ. Anyway, ignore all distractions. This is going to instantly kill minions, and it's going to increase Hanzo's basic attack range by 2 for 3 seconds when he does that. So he is, you kill a minion, you're going to attack further. Really helpful. You can see it in the red circle indicator around us there. Ooh, damn it. I'm just going to pick up a potion. Maybe I should have left that for Thrall. We're going to jump over the same wall that we jumped over earlier and walk away. We're just going to walk away slowly, casually, make the enemy team think twice about coming into us. Actually, the amount of temple shots that are still available is all of them, so it's a little bit concerning that this is the time that we're doing this right now. But I guess we can live with that. We have a really big wave going middle, so our Orphea is coming down. I've got an arrow ready. We are waiting for the engage. Got to get all 5 people here to get going, so we can talk about our 7 talent, the Sharpened Arrowheads. Hitting a hero with Stormbow or basic attacks reduces their armor by 2 for 3 seconds, up to a maximum of -20 armor. I think that Junkrat trap actually launched the Thrall into the flanking position, which is great. Are we going to be able to jump away from him? Genji jumping in. I need to get away from Varian trying to come in on the flank because he was not there for this team fight. And now we can safely poke him from a distance, drop some of his armor, do some extra damage to him. The other cool thing about Sharpened Arrowheads reducing the armor is that since we have the attack speed, we can rack that armor reduction up pretty quick with our Qs and our autos. Because the speed is so fast, Sharpened Arrowheads is going to line up some pretty easy damage, extra damage, on whichever target that we're auto-attacking. So if we're hitting someone Unfortunately, we've been doing a lot of hitting Varian and Genji, but if we can hit like an Anduin or a Ming or a Junkrat, that armor reduction is going to hurt real bad. So, easy boss take after so much of the enemy team died. That should be a free fort on the bottom, and now we can just go back to one-shotting minions, because this is the most fun that you can have on this cat. Maybe not the most fun, but, you know, it's good. Sonic Arrow showing everybody on my team where the enemy team is at, because we know where they're sitting, and just barely missing the toe of that enemy fire. Really unfortunate. So our level 10 talent, we picked up the Dragon's Arrow. Dragon's Arrow is just going to be the more functional ult. It's not to say that Dragon Strike is unpickable these days, but it's more map dependent than you'd think. So you want to have a reason to pick Dragon Strike, you want to have a big combo available as well, and you want to make sure that there's going to be a lot of bunched up team fights. Sky Temple, not a map where that's going to be overly useful, so having the Sonic Arrow with the global presence is going to be much better for us. That's why we're taking it, and in case you aren't aware, Dragon's Arrow is going to be a global arrow that we launch across the battlefield, is going to do 234 damage and stun by 0.5 seconds. That's if it is point blank range, hasn't traveled at all. If it has traveled at least the medium distance, we're going to increase that stun duration to 1.25 and double, well, more than double the damage. And then if it has traveled the maximum distance possible, it is going to do 703 damage and stun for a full 2 seconds. So basically, it's like a mini mosh pit. Oh, he just got away like destroyed. So missing arrows hurts. I'm just gonna tell you right now. When you miss an arrow from that far away, you're like, damn it, this would have been so cool, and my mom would have been so proud of me. And then, you know, your entire family is shamed and you're dishonored. And that's a Genji jumping around the back trying to fight me under tower, and I think that he probably is going to. Yep. Oh no, there's an Anduin as well. I feel like I would have been fine if Anduin hadn't showed up. Not super sure why Anduin is there, but you know, it's fine. I guess we can work with that. We did get the bottom temple. Is our healer going to live? Got another potion soon. There it is. Not enough time to land the stay a while and listen. Unfortunate. And now we have lost all 4 of our forts. That top one dying to the Merc camp and my death. And then the rest. Oh no. Orphea down as well. Arth is trying to make it out with the reduced healing. Just barely. Baiting Genji in? Nope. Actually, fuck. Alright, well, Genji just barely missing the stun from the arrow. Arth is dying, unfortunately. Thrall still trying to soak up in the top lane. We are making a mess of the lead that we had just very shortly ago. I do still have to get stacks back by auto-attacking people, so getting this going is very important. We're just kind of trying to hit whoever's closest to us so that we can get this stacked up. We need the attack speed again with redemption. Ooh, okay. He's protected, so he's just standing still. I just want the stacks. I don't really want the damage at this point. Now that we're completed again, we've got our attack speed back, and we can take out the Anduin. Fantastic. Way to play patient, team. Giving the keep up for the kill, and now we can get some map pressure going. I still have my instant minion kills, so we can always kill things. Kill the waves if we need to. We want to go over to the camp. They've already taken it, which is unfortunate. Can we kill the Ming? No. We can definitely get rid of the Giants, though, because we need to do that at the very least. We still have 24 seconds on Anduin, and this temple should be ours for that time. Now, our 13 talent Ninja Assassin hitting heroes with Stormbow is going to lower Natural Agility's cooldown by 10 seconds. Hero takedowns are going to reset the cooldown entirely. This talent is extremely good because we don't want to be anywhere near Genji or Varian, and we need to have Natural Agility up in order to do that. So, in doing that, hitting people with our Q is going to make that cooldown a lot shorter, so we can get in and out of battle much more safely. Can't believe they're taking Merc camps while we're trying to do the objective as a team. That's so Smart of them. Now, our 16 talent, we're going to go with the Giant Slayer. Enemies, heroes, blah, 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 blah. Enemy heroes hit by Scatter Arrow and basic attacks are going to take bonus 2% of their maximum health as damage. Considering that our auto attacks are pretty quick, that's really good. And if we can blow up that Varian with a decent Scatter Arrow shot on his way in, things are going to be real good for us. The reason we're taking this over the piercing ability is because I didn't take the W quest at 1. Ooh, gotta dodge the X strike. Missing the crushing jaws, unfortunately. There is a big Anduin ult. We're gonna stop it with the dragon arrow and then pop his ass while they try to do this boss all sneakily, taking out the Varian. Oh my god, I got Wave of Force backwards off of the wall. That was, I don't think that was intended for me. I need somebody to tank this. There's a tornado, please. Oh my god. There's Genji back again around the back, and he is going to die immediately because he hit buttons way too fast and didn't protect himself in time. Enemy team could have gotten a lot of crazy resets there with their comp, but luckily they didn't because we're better than they are. I like to think. Now our right, but the reason I took Giant Slayer over piercing arrows is because you know, honestly, maybe I should have taken Flawless Technique. Hitting heroes with Stormbow increases the damage of the next basic attack by 40%. Yeah, I think especially with sharpened arrowheads, maybe Flawless Technique was the way to go. I don't typically take that talent. It's usually something I only pick up with the Q build, but the more that I run it through my head, I think that probably would have been a better option. There's a lot more burst on a single target, and when we're auto-attacking people, we want to make sure that they're dying quickly. So, yeah. Anyway, it's not like the Giant Slayer's a bad pick, but it is going to be, I think, less effective in this instance. So our 20 talent is Play the Game. Play the Game is going to make your Dragon's Arrow a global ability that you can teleport to. So while the arrow is in flight, or for up to 2 seconds after impacting a target, Dragon's Arrow can be reactivated to teleport to its location and jump backwards. If used after impact, Hanzo shoots arrows that deal 301 damage to each target hit by the impact. Hanzo is unstoppable during play of the game. So basically, it turns Hanzo's global arrow into a global teamfight ult, because if Hanzo can hit an arrow from super far away and then teleport to it, suddenly you have a Hanzo in a fight, which may have been at numbers disadvantage, or you may be creating a big wombo, or any number of global opportunities that you couldn't set up without having that talent. So it's really, really, really strong. It basically turns Hanzo into Falstad or Dahaka. Can we get him? No, we cannot. Looks like he is going to get away with just barely enough health. Oh no, Varian showing up to protect his Junkrat as well, but that's okay. We don't care about Varian. We just want to get the Giants out of the way and try to save as much of the buildings as we can. We are ahead on structures at the moment too, so that means the next temple is just going to win the game for us as long as we don't die and give it to the enemy team. So we just need to heal up, get all the camps that we can, push the waves as far as they can go, and not die. I'm going to be the one split pushing at this moment because I have my arrow by the time that the next team fight is needed, or the next objective comes up, and then the enemy team is going to have to respond to our objective phase, because even though there's 2 temples coming, we have a keep their beams have to go through, and our beams are just going to go straight onto the core, win us the game. So they have to fight us. We can be ready for that. We want to push the pressure onto them, though, give them something to respond to, make minions potentially win condition for us as well. And now, once that happens, everything's good to go. We can arrow into whatever fight that happens, make sure that we win it, and then, ta-da, bing, bang, boom, game's over. But I just want to point out again that killing minions, especially catapults, with a single auto attack is stupid fun. Just so obnoxious amounts of good times. Right now, I have pushed the bottom 2 lanes out past the midpoint. I don't want to go in on the enemy team until they have 100% engaged on us over something that's important. So This top keep wall, not super important. Temples are coming. That's super important. The enemies right now are just trying to poke us, trying to make us make bad decisions, but since we're smart enough not to do that, we're good. And I'm just floating around between the mid and the bottom lane to keep creating pressure to get them away from places that they need to be. We're not going to show on the map at all, though. We're not going to give them a reason. And we're just going to hold down our back here. It's perfectly acceptable to cancel a back, to keep checking if you need to go backwards. So hitting the B button. Oh, was this? Is this? I think this is a big clumped up enemy team just waiting to get smacked down by a dragon arrow. The huge sleep, crushing jaws, dragon's arrow, and then there's a little riptire hanging out on the backside thinking he's going to do something. Whew. Battle Decker just after the Junkrat. Oh, it's good. It's good stuff. Can we catch him? Oh, yes, we can. That natural agility going to make sure that we eat a whole bunch of mind damage from him, but who cares because we're still alive, and that potion saved my life right at the end there. I didn't actually get hit by the wave of force, but it was still a little bit butthole clenching for me. Let me tell you what. I just... Whew. So, Hanzo, auto attack build. Super fun. MVP status, apparently. Only died one time. Really good. Didn't have to reset my level 1 stacks over and over again. Love this skin, too. Any spectral skins are really fucking good. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. The auto attack build, again, in case you need it, here are the talents. We've got Redemption, Ignore All Distractions, Sharpened Arrowheads. We have got Dragon's Arrow at 10, Ninja Assassin at 13. Should have taken Flawless Technique at 16, but we have Giant Slayer. Go with what you feel, honestly. 20 is Play of the Game. So, really, really fun build. Probably the most dangerous build that you can play with Hanzo, because you do have to get closer than you do with the other builds. But still lots of fun. Still lots and lots and lots of fun. That's going to be it for this video today, though. We will round this one out tomorrow. I'm not sure who with, but we'll hopefully be as entertaining as possible. I just, that's what we do here. Thanks for hanging out. GG's. Peace out.